Hey guys, we're back and we are going to do another top 5 surprise list. It's my turn now.
Your top 5 surprise list question is nothing geek oriented. I'm going outside the box on this one. Your top 5 favorite foods to cook, or top 5 favorite meals to cook.
To cook, not to eat.
To cook,
Alright,
because he's a chef.
okay. Should be fun. Alright, my 5 favorite things to cook. Here we go. And then again, no particular order really. Number 1, stew. Specifically beef stew. Although sometimes I will throw pork in mine. Sometimes I'll put sausage in it. But just stew in general. It's one of my personal favorite foods ever. And that's one of my favorite things to cook because almost any stew is good. It's kind of like donuts, even bad stew is still okay, but there is a right way and a wrong way to make stew, and if you do it the right way, it's so much better. And it's one of those things, it's kind of temperamental to do, but if you can get everything right in it, make sure everything's not too soft, make sure the meat doesn't get too tough, it's just delicious. And it's just one of those comfort foods that makes you feel better pretty much no matter what. I'm going to move on to chili. I like making chili just for the simple fact that it's such a process and it takes so long to do that it's so satisfying when you finally get to eat it. And, even making chili quickly, making a fast batch of chili is still going to take you like 2 hours to do. When I make chili, it usually takes almost all day. I wait until my day off to do it. So there's a satisfaction factor with that one. Number 3, I would say burgers, which seems kind of silly since I work in a burger joint right now that I wouldn't want to make burgers all the time. But there's so much experimentation with burgers. That's why I like making it. You can stuff stuff in the middle. You can put whatever you want on top. Burgers are one of the most open foods in just the sense that it doesn't matter what, just choose something, put it on top. It's still going to be good.
Except for blood or something.
Well, yeah, but you want a burger with a piece of chicken on top, you can do that. It's still going to be delicious because it's still a hamburger, as long as there's cheese on it.
Hamburger, it'd be a cheeseburger.
Well, yeah, but I just don't understand people that eat hamburgers plain. How do you not have cheese on it? That's stupid. And we'll move on to number 4, stir fry. And I like making stir fry because it is so time consuming to make stir fry, and I like that. There's so much chopping to be done. You have to cook things in a certain order. And it's just, to me, that's fun. I like making things that are time consuming. I like being in that kitchen for, an hour, hour and a half, just prepping stuff. I enjoy that. Plus, stir fry is delicious. And
especially when it's fire.
And the last thing that I have is kind of a weird one, and Michael might look at me weird because I've never actually made it, because it's kind of a pain. But I'm putting it on the list for the simple fact that I know how to make it, and I can actually make it correctly. And that is chicken cordon bleu. I actually know how to make this, I know how to do it correctly, and it turns out perfectly. It's kind of a pain in the butt to do, and the ingredients are kind of expensive to actually do it right, because
cordon is expensive.
Prosciutto is expensive, and
Yeah.
you know how expensive prosciutto is.
Prosciutto is very expensive.
And that's the proper way to do it. Plus, to be able to find actual fresh mozzarella balls, like baby mozzarella, that's also gets very, very high. Although a little hint for anybody that's out there that if anybody watches these videos that actually does cook, next, if you ever get to a point where you want to try to make cordon bleu, don't use mozzarella. Put Gouda in it. It's so much better. Gouda melts better. It's much creamier, and it adds a very, very distinct flavor that really brings it out. But anyway, those are, I guess, my top 5 favorite things to cook. In case you can't get the hint from that little video, I like making home style and comfort food. That's kind of my personal specialty. So, there you go.
And my honorable mention, which for those who haven't watched the other video, is basically my answer. One item that I answer for the question is, and it's not technically cooking, it's more baking, but brownies. I love making brownies, especially from scratch, which I don't do anymore. I haven't made brownies from scratch in 15 years or so.
You used to make some really interesting ones, though.
Yeah.
When he was younger, he used to make brownies and put all sorts of stuff in it, like Cheerios or bacon bits. And I so think that brownies with bacon needs to make a comeback, and you are the person to do it.
Yep.
Because you did it when you were like 7.
Well, I was like 10, but
whatever.
But yeah, it's the same thing. Like his explanation of burgers, there's so much you could put into it, and it'd still be good. Peanut butter, whipped cream, not whipped cream, marshmallow cream, Rice Krispies, bacon,
Cheerios,
chocolate chips, Everything, almost anything will go well with chocolate. Almost.
Yep.
I wouldn't put, sushi in brownies. Because then it'd no longer be sushi because it'd be cooked.
Yep.
But
it'd just be fish in brownies.
Fish
and
and
that
brownies,
would be...
which no. That's like that episode of Full House where Michelle makes tuna cream.
Yeah. Yes.
Tuna and ice cream.
I was thinking the exact same thing when you were talking about the fish and brownies. I'm like, tuna cream.
Tuna cream. Yep.
Yep.
So yep, that's my bonus answer.
All right.
Brownies. So if you would like to get any of the recipes for these items that we have mentioned in this show, please contact us at... Yeah, we're not going to give away our recipes. Are you kidding me?
Right. And on a little side note, and then we'll wrap this up, it is really, really, really bad form to ask anybody for a recipe for something. Don't do it. Dead serious. Take it from the advice of, me and him, and both of us cook a lot. Don't ever ask somebody for a recipe. If somebody gives you a recipe for something that they have concocted, feel incredibly lucky and thank them.
Because it's definitely a process.
Yes.
It's definitely a trial and error process.
It is. To perfect a recipe takes a long time, and we guard those secrets. So,